everybody knows that they have the interview story. Everybody's got a Troy see interview story.
Man, the interview. I learned so much in that 1 hour of an interview about leadership. I enter the interview, and he looks at me and says, hey, before we even start the interview, let me ask you, did you know you were coming for an interview? So he sizes me up and down, and he says, I was expecting maybe a suit, a tie at the very least. You see, I was dressed business casual. I felt that was fine for the interview. And he then just expanded and taught me and said, hey, no matter who you are as a person or leader, whatever the case may be, you're always making an impression. You're always selling yourself. If this is the only impression that you're going to leave or the first impression you're going to leave on the table for somebody, always make sure it's your very best. And that's how the interview started. Immediately I thought to myself, okay, well, you know what? I didn't get the job. Shame on me for not putting on a suit and a tie. When the interview ended and he stepped away for what felt like 40 hours, it was probably about half an hour or so, and then came back, I was certain that I did not get the job or the opportunity. But he looked at me and he said, Carlos, I'm going to give you a shot. And let me tell you something. Confidence sells all day long. And he immediately told me and said, hey, I would be shocked if you're not successful in this company. And the interview itself was an act of building my confidence. And that's how my relationship with Troy began. And that's how my career started.
Troy C. Smith. Right, don't forget that C, everyone. For your mom, your son is very valued. And he's a great man. For your wife, thank you for sharing him. And so Troy, best of luck. And just know you've impacted me.
Troy C. Smith is a leader who leads by example.
Troy's best strength is displayed every single day, and it's often underestimated. It's mental stamina. The fact that he is mentally strong and he pours positivity into himself every day is what allows him to pour into us every day so we can become better leaders under his leadership.
And that's how the process began. Troy, for all of you who know Troy, you guys know that he is a confident man. It's tangible. You can feel the confidence.
A man of faith, a wise man, and a true inspiration.
Someone who's open, honest, and genuine.
And what's most admirable is that you have people who are very confident, but they suck out the confidence in the room. They tear people down with their confidence. Troy builds people up with his confidence. Troy encourages with his confidence for you to be confident in yourself, for you to build the confidence and take it to the level and the potential that he sees in you.
But you're truly a person who inspires others, that I can definitely say I've learned so much.
You taught me so much as far as in the corporate world. You taught me outside the corporate world. You taught me how to communicate to people.
Your videos that you have on YouTube, they are so inspirational.
And when you talk with him, you just want to be around his positive energy.
You sit there and you're like, tell me more. You believe, you make people believe. You make me a better person.
And I think that's something you do a fantastic job of connecting, breaking through and learning people personally, learn what drives them, learn what motivates them, learn their makeup, learn where they're from.
So the way you've cultivated that feeling of teamwork and that feeling of family here is a testament to all that you've brought, not just to this region, but this company. So your impact will go long after that.
It is someone who makes themselves a part of the action.
Thank you for the most difficult part of my life, going through all that with my son and calling me and making me feel like I can keep going.
He is a guiding light, even when things seem dismal.
Because you have a spiritual background that just gave me energy, gave me strength, gave me a lot of things. And I appreciate everything you do.
It's like that light socket that everybody plugs into just to kind of get their energy up.
Valuing them means not only doing great things when they do well, but also valuing them if they don't do something so great that we ask questions, that we don't assume negative.
Over the years, I've seen so many phases of you and so much growth from the times in the past where you kept it so real that we had to all kind of coach you back on, take it down a notch, Troy. You know, everybody can't handle that raw, that trueness, that realness.
Show just how well-rounded you are. I just met a guy. I talked to a guy that used to work for Geico a few weeks ago. This is a guy actually that you actually fired. And this guy spoke so highly of you. So just let that sink in for a second. A guy that you terminated, he spoke highly of you.
His leadership style is so personal.
The shirt doesn't show that, but he taught me how to iron. I didn't get to iron this shirt today, but he taught me how to use straight starch and iron. My shirts still aren't as straight as Troy's.
And just in every way, shape, or form, Troy leads by example.
And again, Troy is ride or die. He's the real deal. I am honored and privileged to call him my friend and my brother. So.
Troy, you and I have never had a conversation together, never, not once. And I would say you are within the top 4 people of people who've had an impact on my career without ever even exchanging a word with me.
He knows that there is no one cookie cutter approach that's going to work to make people feel special, unique.
Last year I went through a really, really difficult personal experience, and listening to your videos online, LinkedIn, your speeches here.
When it comes to speaking, when it comes to facilitating, we may not see another person that demonstrates this better than you.
You don't know how much that helped me go through all that. So I just want to say, on behalf of everyone in this room, thank you so much for everything you've done, not only for this organization, for your team, but also for our lives personally. Like, I can't put into words, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
I look highly at you when I think about what leadership looks like.
The other thing Troy's taught is repetition. Repetition is the mother of learning, and it's the father of action. I'm going to screw this saying up. And the architect of achievement.
Right, like you would always tell me, Troy, don't leave your street outside of the office. Bring your street in, because that's what makes you who you are, right? Bring all that in. There's a way to do it, but bring all that in, right?
The biggest thing you taught me as far as being a leader is being unapologetic, authentic. People gravitate towards authenticity. That is your biggest thing you've taught me. I appreciate that so much.
They say that great leaders inspire greatness in others. And that's exactly what I think of when I think of Troy. I would never trade Troy to be on another team, because I know with him, we're always going to win. He is an amazing leader, coworker, and friend.